having a discourse with someone I've known for a long time, and he's someone who I've always viewed as a very open-minded, discussion-oriented person. And we're talking about someone else whom I've also known for a long time, whom he also knows. And the two of them know each other well. He knows this third person better than I know much better than I know the third person. However, that third person and I have been talking along with yet another person we all know over video with each other over the past few months. These other two guys got in touch with me. They sent me a video or videos a few months ago. We all live in different parts of the country, and we've been sending videos back and forth to each other. These are guys that I didn't love when I was in more regular contact with them. We all used to live in the same area, and we were part of an organization together. These were not my favorite people, and in fact, one of them I really disliked, or thought that I disliked. The other one I definitely disliked at times. And here I am having conversations with them that I'm really enjoying, and even wondering what made them reach out to me. And I'm grateful that they did. I would not have reached out to them if they had not done that. But now this is like a highlight for me. I look forward to these videos from them, and I'm enjoying getting to know them, in a different way, in a different stage of my life. And so enter this, first guy that I was talking about, and we all know him. And the whole time, the three of us have been doing these videos back and forth to each other, I've had in my mind, we should include this fourth guy, who's the first guy that I started talking about in this video, because, he knows those guys, and he's, really close with one of those two guys. And so a few days ago, that guy that is in these videos, he mentions this guy as well. And I said, hey, by the way, I've been thinking about him, and we should include him. We should start doing four-way videos. And so they're like, okay, let's do it. So we start including this guy. And this guy basically tells us, you know what, I don't want to be included because this stuff is too triggering, and I just can't handle it, basically, which to me was really disappointing. And then he and I are having a back and forth right now, just one-on-one on text. And, he's basically saying, that essentially he and the other guy that he's in touch with a lot, they push each other's buttons too much politically. And so he just doesn't want to be involved in that. And he even said, maybe if the two of us can find a way to not push each other's buttons, then I'll want to be involved again. And I said, first of all, I don't think you will find a way. And second of all, I hope you don't, because the only way you can do that is to have, rules and agreements that you'll just have a kind of vanilla conversation, which is boring. And it was just, it's sad to me that this person doesn't want to be involved in this, discourse that I'm enjoying so much. And it's also just, it's interesting because this is the guy who, used to love political discussion way more than I did. Like this thing that we're doing with these videos now is something that I think he would have wanted to be involved in, back in the day, and I would not have had the patience for it. And so to see those roles changed is interesting. But it just, I'm marveling at how differently I see life than the way I used to. And I definitely spend a lot of time and energy working on my level of self-awareness, consciousness. I work hard at it. And I see the changes and the fruits of my labor. But yeah, it was interesting to just have that stark kind of reaction, like, no, I don't think you guys should stop pushing each other's buttons. I think the whole point of this discourse not only is not intentionally to push each other's buttons, but to have a place where we can speak honestly. And the way you get better at not having your buttons pushed is having your buttons pushed. You don't go somewhere where you're not getting your buttons pushed, that's an echo chamber, and expect to get better at not getting your buttons pushed. The way to get better at not having your buttons pushed is to be somewhere where you're always getting your buttons pushed. And that way you learn to deal with it over time and excuse me, just, realize that you can survive that. Excuse me. That's healthy. Staying in a place where you never hear opposing views, that's not healthy.